Hello guys, I am back from another video and today to talk about whether Deku was in Infinite Stratos. So in the last video, Deku, well, after meeting his second childhood friend by the name of, well, by the name of Miss Bakgo Quinling, I think that's the last name of I can't remember her canon name just because well it's just she's the most forgettable character, not gonna lie. Anyway, so after Izuku was basically telling her what happened to him after those few years, well Kendo and Momo were completely jealous. So everything just happened until when they were fighting a little bit. When they were fighting, they were attacked by a rogue IS. So, after defeating it, it was pretty much smooth sailing at that point. So, yeah. So, let's talk about what happens next. So, in this episode, Midnight is in, Izuku and, Kendo's room. In this, well, in this situation, well, well, Midnight says this to, Kendo and Izuku. So, Kendo, you're gonna be moving out. As Kendo says this, why? Why is that? As she says this, well, apparently we're gonna be having a brand new student, and, it's also important that, that you're a girl. And it's probably might be, a really bad idea keeping you here with a boy like Izuku. Because, you know those hormones, right? As she says this, it's not like that. Anyway, I'm okay with it. As Izuku says, don't worry, I'm okay with it. Just make sure to, just be yourself. And besides, I'm not going to be late. From just from oversleeping. Even though you're technically my alarm clock, it doesn't mean that I'm just going to oversleep. Ashi gets a little bit mad. Ashi says this, teacher, what time are to get ready to go? As she says this, okay, you're gonna be going right now. So yeah, she packs all of her things as she leaves. So Izuku sighs that Izuku is now alone in his bedroom. Izuku thinks in his mind, this feels nice. Even though she's my childhood friend, I just think it's better. It's better because Izuku thinks in his mind. After all, she is a girl, and I'm a boy. So, if we live for too long, it will get a little bit too intimate. So yeah, wait for a second again. So, while Izuku was thinking about that, Izuku gets a knock at the door, where Izuku sees, well, Aizawa. Aizawa says this. So, Izuku, are you okay? As Izuku says, yeah, mom. As she says this, oh, good. So, Izuku, I want to ask, your whole thing, you're gonna be having, we're gonna be having a sports festival soon. So, I need you to get ready. Izuku says this, okay. As she says this, good. In this sports festival, you're gonna be getting ready. You also need to train a lot, and you also need to learn about brand new techniques. As Izuku says this, wait, what? Special techniques? As she says this, yeah, these special techniques will basically help you out in a battle. Izuku says, sure. As she says this, good. We're gonna be starting soon, so just go to sleep. So yeah, so After Aizawa leaves, Izuku goes to his bed as he goes to sleep. So wait for a second again. So when they were going back to class, there were basically rumors, mostly about this brand new student that's coming. That's coming soon. Izuku was told that this girl or boy or whatever, they don't know who it is, but apparently they're gonna be having another exchange student. Izuku thinks in his mind, that's interesting. Maybe he probably might have a really powerful, quirk, or even a really good idea. As they hear the door open, as Midnight says this. So, this is our brand new exchange student from France. As they see a boy with, half and half hair. One side is white and the other side is red. As they see a girl with, I meant a boy. I meant a boy. A boy with a scar, and yes, that's Todoroki. Todoroki Dumois. And yes, she's going to be, the Charles slash, Charlotte, replacement. As she slash he arrives, they, they see, I meant Izuku, I meant, Todoroki Dumois. As, Todoroki says this. My name is Todoroki Dumois. It's nice to meet you all. As Izuku says this. Wait, you're another boy. Wait for a second. As for the other girls, they say, "Wow, he looks so cute," as they say to themselves. As for some other girls, they say, "Yeah, he's the type of boy that everybody would probably protect." As for, for the teacher, she says this. Alright, Todoroki, you can just sit with Izuku. So, for, Aizawa, she says this. Alright, everybody start going outside. We're gonna be having a training exercise with class 1B. As in class 1B, it's basically like class B and like infinite stratos, so it's basically like that. Like 1B is basically like the first years, like 2B. You get it. Anyway, Izuku grabs the hand of Todoroki as Izuku says this. Alright, let's go. As Todoroki says this, alright. So, Izuku, bringing him slash her to, to the locker rooms. And no, I don't know how to do a French accent. I just don't know how to do that. The only things I know is to do a Scottish or English accent. I don't know others. Maybe a little bit of a German accent, but I only had to do like one word for like a German accent. It's just nine. Nine. And don't ask. I just know. Anyway, so while Izuku was bringing Todoroki to the locker rooms, I meant Todoroki. He said, is your Izuku Midoriya, right? The second boy that's able to use an IS, right? Izuku says, yeah. Hurry up, let's just go. As he says this, why are we going that fast? As Izuku says this, well, it's an all-girls school, and it's probably gonna be pretty crowded, so it's better for us to basically start, better for all of us to basically, start going immediately. As he says this, as in he slash he or something like that. Do you get it? As he slash he says this, oh yeah, we are the only boys. As they see several girls appear, as they say, that's Todoroki Dumois, and he's with Izuku. As they start crowding around Izuku, as and also Todoroki as well. Izuku says, "Dang it." Izuku starts using his metal manipulation to basically, Izuku has not gold. I meant metal rings. So Izuku uses the metal rings to basically create a shortcut. These metal rings were, well, pretty powerful. As in powerful, they're pretty useful because Izuku's not only have the ability to manipulate metal, he also has the ability to basically create more metal. For example, if he were to have like one ring, Izuku can make a whole bottle of, well, a whole bottle's worth of like molten metal or liquid metal. So thanks to Izuku having like several rings of metal on his fingers, Izuku is able to create like a gigantic tunnel. So Izuku creates a gigantic tunnel for both himself and, well, for Todoroki as they started going to the locker rooms. As Todoroki says this, that was hectic. Izuku says, yeah, hurry up, let's try and change. As she starts screaming a little bit, Izuku says this, hurry up, let's go immediately. As he says this, right, but why we have to go so quickly? Izuku says this, well, my adopted mother. As he says this, your adopted mother? As Izuku says, yeah, Aizawa, the teacher. She's pretty strict. She also has a bit of a complex. As she says this, complex? Yeah. She prefers people that are proper, especially in their pronouncing. I meant, wait for a second. In their pronunciation. I meant pronunciation. Yeah. As she says this, oh, okay. So while Izuku was looking, not at, well, Todoroki, Izuku, after changing, Izuku says this, hey, are you finished? Hey. Izuku sees that he is already, already changed their clothes. Or his clothes. Anyway, she basically says this, so why are you looking at me like that? Izuku says this, wow, that was fast. Can you at least teach me how to do that? As she says this, oh, it was nothing special. Just some simple tricks. Because, well, my special suit is actually made by the Dumois Corporation. Izuku says this, Dumois Corporation? I meant Dumois Corporation. Yeah, Corporation. Izuku says this. Um, Todoroki says this. Yeah. So, why are you looking at me like that? Izuku says this. Wait, your last name is Dumois. And she says this. We. When I say we, it makes it sound so bad. We. My father. He's the CEO of that company. And not only that, I'm technically his son. As he says this, oh, that makes sense. As he says this, wait, why did you say that? Izuku says this, well, it makes sense. You look pretty privileged. You look like royalty. As she says this, oh, thank you, I guess. So, after they made it to the training area, well, Izuku is basically standing right next to Dumois. As Dumois says this, Izuku, are we supposed to stand here? Izuku says, yeah, obviously. So, wait for a second again. So, Aizawa tells, well, both Momo and Bako to go, in front. Because they're gonna be, fighting against, well, Midnight. So, after being told that, they basically start complaining a little bit, saying to themselves, what a vulgar spectacle, says Momo. As for, well, Bako, she says this, annoying. So, when, well, wait for a second, when Aizawa was about to, well, go to her, place, she says this, hey, why so, well, so sad? And besides, you can just try and impress one of the boys. As she smiles a little bit, as they become a little bit more excited. For Momo, she says this: I'm gonna show everybody that I'm better than you. So she flicks her hair, and for Bakugo, she says this: I'm definitely gonna win, you damn annoying bitch. And yes, this is still a 18 plus series. So yeah, this is going to contain a little bit of swearing. So yeah. So when Bakugo said that, well, Momo becomes a little bit offended, but she ignores it as they sound out their ISs. So for midnight, well, she starts falling from the sky. She starts falling down like she was literally falling, and she says this: "Ah, everybody, watch out!" As Izuku doesn't hear it because he was obviously talking to Dumois. As Dumois sees it, as she says, I meant he slash she sees it as she says this: "Oh God, run!" Izuku says, "Run from what?" As Izuku gets crushed right in the face by her body. So when Izuku basically wakes up from that whole thing, Izuku sees well Midnight on top of Izuku. Her well bosom is in Izuku's face right now. Izuku says, "What in the?" As she says this, I'm sorry about that. If this progresses well, well, Miss Aizawa will become my mother-in-law. I'm okay with that, but it would probably be really inappropriate as Izuku starts getting out of there. As Izuku gets hit by a blast from Momo's IS. As Momo says this, sorry about that. That was a misfire. For wait for a second. For Bakugo, she basically throws her double bladed well her double bladed staff, and she says this: "Hey Zuku, you're gonna pay for that." While she creates explosions, and yes, she still has her explosion quirk, but she mostly uses it for flying most of the time. As Izuku says, "Oh no 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 no," as she says, "Izuku," as Izuku says, as well when wait for a second. Sorry about that. This was just my father calling me. Anyway, when Izuku was about to get sliced in right in the face by Bakugo with her her like double bladed staff, Izuku basically dodges it as the staff basically gets out of Bakugo's hands by getting shot by well by wait for again by Midnight sniper rifle. So after that, she said this: "So are you okay, Mr. Izuku?" Izuku says, just call me Midoriya, and don't call me Mister. It makes it sound really weird." So yeah. So wait for a second again. Aizawa says this: "Don't underestimate Midnight's abilities. After all, she used to be a representative contender." As she says this, "Oh, don't really say it like that. It makes me sound a little bit of a maniac. It's just been a long time since I fought." So yeah. So Midnight Midnight gets ready, including Bakugo and Momo, as they start fighting. Wait for a second again. So when they're about to fight, well, Aizawa tells them this: "All right, you're gonna be fighting her one on two." As for Momo, she says this. Is that technically unfair? As she basically says this. Don't worry, she got this. So yeah, they get ready to fight as they start fighting. So wait for a second. So when they're flying up in the sky, they started fighting. So for Momo, she says this. We're not going to go easy on you, got it? As she says this. Oh, okay. Then take this. She uses her sniper rifle as they start shooting them up in the sky. So yeah. So when Aizawa was basically looking up at the sky, looking at them fight, she says this. Alright. Wait for a second. So she says this to Dumois. So she says this. Dumois, you know what is that type of IS? As she says this. Oh, yeah. Wait for a second. She basically explains that it's called a Revel Revive. And apparently it's made by the Demois Corporation. aka, Todoroki's, father's company. Apparently it was made after the whole, um, third generation, I meant, second generation, thing. When they created that, it became one of the best, well well the best type of IS, because it's able to change into an artillery, to defense, to offense type IS. So yeah, it's basically like a customized IS, where it's it's able to basically customize itself. Like for example, you wanted to make it into, a type of IS that's able to basically, let's just say you want to make it into like an IS that specializes in, defense. Boom, you're able to make the revive that. So that's what's basically the IS is like. So yeah. So after he slash she basically explains, well both well well both both Bakugo and Momo were basically completely smashed. They're basically defeated instantly. So yeah. So after that, it's Izuku versus, wait for a second. Sorry about that. I just needed to, change it a little bit. I meant, guys, that Izuku and Dumwa, aka Todoroki, are going to be picked because, because they're going to be helping out some trainees on using an IS. So every single girl starts crowding over there to Izuku and Dumwa, saying, "Hey Izuku, can you help?" As they start to going over to, Dumwa as well. So when Izuku was helping them basically learn how to use an IS, both Momo and, and Bakugo were completely jealous, thinking, why am I even having a personal IS? I'm so jealous," says Bakugo. As for, wait for a second. For Momo, she says this. Why am I cursed to being why am I so cursed to become, an elite? I feel so sad of myself. So while Izuku was helping out these recruits, Izuku tells I meant wait for a second. So when Izuku was basically picking the next person that's going to be, gonna be Izuku gonna be helping out, Izuku sees that it's Kendo's turn. As Kendo says this, Izuku, it's my turn. Izuku says, "Oh, right." So Izuku tells her this. So Izuku says this. So Izuku, I meant Izuku says this. So Kendo, you know what to yes, right? As she says this, yeah. So when Izuku was getting ready to basically put her on the IS, Izuku was bringing her bridal style. All of the other girls are basically jealous, including Momo and Bakugo. They start saying, "Mm, "It should have been me," says Bakugo. And for Momo, she says this, "I feel so jealous." She starts pouting a little bit. So after Izuku brings her to the IS, she starts walking around. So after that, Izuku basically brings her down to the ground. So yeah. So after that whole thing, well, wait for a second. Sorry about that. So yeah. So after that whole thing, they started going back to their rooms. So Izuku tells Todoroki this. So you're gonna be my brand new roommate, right? As she said, I meant he slash she says this. Yeah. So Izuku, um, are you going to be sleeping in that bed, or I'm going to be sleeping on this bed? As Izuku says this, you're gonna be sleeping on that bed. So yeah. So wait for a second. So they started going to sleep as it's the next day. So on the next day, they were told by Aizawa that they're gonna be having another transfer student, which is completely weird. Everybody starts whispering, saying, "This is weird. I never heard that there's going to be another transfer student." As for other people, they start saying, "Yeah, it's completely weird." On this year as well, even though we already gotten another transfer student, as they see a girl with blonde hair and also wearing a eye patch, as everybody is completely in shock. As when she goes into the room, she basically looks at everybody. So for a second again. So Midnight says this. So, do you want to introduce yourself, or as she says this? No. So she says this. My name is Monoma Bodovic. Nice to meet you all. As well, a moment of silence. As she, I meant uh, well, Midnight says this. Are you gonna be saying anything else? As she says this, yes. So she goes up to Izuku and basically slaps him across the face. As everybody's in shock, as she says this, there's no way that I'm allowing a boy in this school because boys are weaker than us. Weaker than us IS users. You're pathetic. So yeah, this girl by the name of Monoba Bodovic slapped Izuku right across the face. So yeah, so So, I hope you liked the video. Comment and subscribe, and I hope to see you guys next time. So, goodbye. And sorry about that. I just forgotten to do that thing. I was just, I'm just a bit tired. And also, guys, if you want to see more of my content, just subscribe. And besides, I just feel a bit well. Lately, my videos have been, not been progressing well. Is there anything wrong with my content? Is there any problem with it? Just ask, guys. I'm okay with like constructive criticism, including the ones that are like saying that that my whole and thing it's it's annoying to them or to you guys. I'm I'm okay with that. I will try and fix that immediately, but guys, I wanted to ask, is there anything wrong with my videos or anything like that? I'm just saying it as a content creator. and I just want to make you guys happy. So yeah, so that whole side tangent aside, before you leave, guys, just subscribe so you can see more content like this in my channel. Just subscribe and you just get a notification and you see my videos. So yeah, so I hope you like the video. Comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.